Good morning. Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul. We are here today to say some nice things about ourselves. And I got quite a crowd here today. Good morning. Good morning. I see Lauren is here. Good morning from Jamaica. Good morning, Dan. He's coming in from Omaha. Good morning, Brenda Jean. I have a whole bunch of other folks here who have not yet laid down some comments. So give me a comment. Let me know you're here. Anyways, Dan says that he is centered by the family and the love of a good woman. That is a great way to center yourself, Dan. Brenda Jean says meditation practice lately has helped me realize when my anxiety kicks in, then I can step back from it. That's how it keeps me centered. Yep, that's wonderful, Brenda Jean. Meditation really will do that. For me, remaining centered is just a matter of just refocusing on the things that are important. When I find that I am getting pulled in multiple different directions, I always go back to my core values. And the love of the people around me is definitely one of those core values, both giving it and receiving it. And so other people are very much helpful in helping to keep me centered. So Laura says that she remains centered by keeping up with the daily positive routine. Absolutely. I love it. All right. So good morning to everybody. It is fantastic to have you here today. It is Wednesday, and we are here to pull yet another card off of the top of my deck. Once again, I am still continuing to work with the physical version of these cards. And so we're going to pull one off the top of the deck. I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on the card. We're going to all respond out loud together. I am. That affirmation. Jean, you're making me laugh. She has to say centered, otherwise she'll fall off her crutches. Yeah, that's one way to remain centered. Anyways, yeah, so we're going to pull a card. We're going to affirm it, and we are going to build. We are going to build into our own lives. All right, so let's have some fun. Let's pull a card today and say that today. Oh yeah. I am balanced. I am balanced. I center my mind and body. So I am balanced. I center my mind and body. Are you balanced? You are balanced. You center your mind and your body, which is pretty much what we talked about when I asked you what you do to keep yourself centered. We talked a lot about how it's our mind and how it's our body, but I'm going to write that down in the comments. And as I do, I am bringing more balance into my own day. And I encourage you to do the same thing. So I am balanced. I center my mind and body. Yeah. So one of the lessons that Brenda Jean has taught me over the years is that our mind and our body are inextricably linked. And when we can't move our mind, we can move our body. And because moving our body is very helpful to getting our minds to think a different thought, to just be a different way. I notice that a lot of practices that people do to center themselves, these things involve physical discipline. And I don't mean that physical discipline is painful. I just mean physical discipline is an intentional moving toward a desired result about what our body can do, how long we can hold it in certain positions, what we can do via physical training in order to center our mind. Because in order to hold our body in certain positions or do certain things with our body, we need to train it in order to do that. It doesn't just do it automatically. Many people have tried and failed to do an exercise regimen because they went from being a couch potato to trying to run a marathon the next day. And of course, that doesn't work at all because it takes training to run a marathon. It takes training to be a couch potato too, but not the right kind of training. So I am balanced. I center my mind and my body. And the way that I balance myself, as I mentioned before, was really refocusing on the things that are important to me. As I balance my mind, I also bring my body into balance as well. And as I balance my body, I bring my mind into balance as I center both of these things. And I think that I've had a lot of really major changes in my life recently, and because of that, I recognize my own need to be consistently refocusing on my own priorities and refocusing on where I'm going, what I'm doing, and what benefit it's bringing to my world, and also how are the things that I'm doing in my life, how do the other people in my life fit into that? So I am balanced. I center my mind and body, and one of the primary reasons that I do that, or primary ways that I do that, is simply by just consistently going back to my values and how I interact with the people around me. Everybody who's in my life is in my life because I love them and care about them. I love you and care about you. That's why you're here. And the fact is that a lot of the folks in my world love me and care about me too. And that's also another balancing thing that's going on in my world. And so we've talked a little bit about how the people around us and the love of the people around us is a balancing force for us, because the people around us who love us are oftentimes people who surround us because they also love and agree with the our most important reasons for being. So as we focus on what is most important, and we are able to remain balanced. And to remain balanced is a beautiful thing because it allows us to move in any different direction. This pile of stones is balanced, even though it's a fairly precarious balance. It is balanced, and it could go in any direction. And as it moves in any direction, it would be able to move very quickly in that direction. And that's one of the real benefits of being balanced, is that we are that we are able to really understand what's most important, and when necessary to make whatever moves that we need to make, and make them easily. It's one of the benefits of being balanced, of being poised as we go through life, of recognizing that the values that we have generated over the course of our lifetime are these are not like fixed or rigid values, that they are open to reinterpretation as we continue to live our lives, and that's an important part of remaining healthy and balanced. The people who love us help us to be balanced. The physical discipline and the mental discipline that we put ourselves through for our own benefit, because ultimately discipline is for our benefit. Those disciplines that we intentionally cultivate in our lives help us to remain balanced. And the relationships that we have with other people, and be them personal relationships, friendship relationships, romantic relationships, business relationships, partnerships of all different types, all of these relationships help us stay balanced as well. So we are balanced people. We center our mind and body. And as we go through our day, let's just remember that that as we focus on the things that are most important to us, our balance will come naturally. Our poise will come naturally. And that sort of effortlessness with which we move through life, at sprezzatura, as the Italians would say, that studied carelessness or effortlessness will come simply from being balanced. Now, it doesn't take effort to be balanced, but it takes effort to regain balance when we become imbalanced. So let's be sure that whatever it is that we do today is really focusing us on the most important things in our world, and not pushing us along to one side or the other. Hey, Janet made it. Yay. Good morning, Janet. So yeah, I am balanced today. I center my mind and body. You're balanced too. And as we go through today, let's just remain balanced, remain poised, because that mental clarity that we get from doing that mental clarity is something that the folks around us are going to value as well. And that is going to just give us more and more opportunity in life to manifest our own will, our own values on the world around us. So I am balanced today. You are balanced too. We are balanced. We center our mind and our body. So let's be mindful of our mental practices, of our internal monologue. Let's be mindful of how we move our body, what we ask it to do, and let's also be mindful of what we value most. so that as we go through our day, that we are able to really make sure that everything that we're doing is conducive to our long-term goals. All right, I will be back tomorrow with another empowering wake up call. And I really appreciate you guys being here. I love it when y'all show up. Lots and lots of people have tuned in, and it's always fun to just take a look at like the YouTube stats and stuff, and see that around about 200 people will watch this wake up call before it disappears into the annals of the internet. How cool that is! How amazing to be able to provide that kind of value to people. And so thank you to everybody who shares the wake up call and just kind of like expands the influence of these kinds of messages. The world needs balanced people right now. It needs people who are living in accordance with their values. It needs people who wake up in the morning and understand why they're here, what they're doing. Because the more people that there are like that, the more people that the better that this world is. All right, I will return tomorrow. Until then, I'll talk to you at 9 a.m. in the morning. And yeah, I appreciate you being here. Thank you for loving me enough to join this broadcast and be a part of it. You guys are amazing. I see that a whole bunch of people came by, so appreciate you being here, Lauren and Dan, Brenda, Jean, and let's see here. Let's see who else has said hello. Looks like Janet. Good morning, Janet. You guys are amazing people. Thank you for being here. I will talk to you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Until then, I love you and care about you. And aloha from paradise.